The 10th of January 2026. In the morning, we had a political reaction on Live Saga TV. And now I'm here on Edutainment for us to cover our reaction on so many things. And of course, I'll be breaking into 2 videos just in case power comes. But currently, we have a power off moment. We are having a blackout because there is maintenance of power. So guys, thank you so much for showing up on my channel all the time. I appreciate your presence. And ungrateful people everywhere. Making money because of MWANGO and you cannot even praise her. You people. What is wrong with you people? So I've seen a trail of people now coming to tell me to shut up. And I'm like, I am not easily shut up. Yeah, it's not easy to shut me down. You understand? I'm one of the person who can really hold on to something for the longest time possible, including a grudge, okay? So you can imagine if I can hold a grudge with you for 1 year, what about holding on to content? Eh? So forget about stopping me from this because I'm not going to stop anytime soon. Forget about it. But you drop your comments. I'll be responding to them with lots of love, of course. And you'll know that I'm not hateful. I'm just a commentator. If you know, you know. Commentators all over the place, okay? Jobless people, lazy, sitting on small stools and discussing matters of other people. Why not? When they present themselves online, we have to help them to engineer their work as well, okay? So there's a lot that has been gathered on the streets, including Uncle Gutu's reality that he has married 3 women before, and now he's on the 4th. I was like, anyway, let him keep trying his, his tactics. He has all the powers to try, but I hope at least he should ask himself, sit down and ask himself where exactly he's heading to, because one thing is in life, you need just to check what is making you not progress and correct on them. Somebody was telling me to go for Malcolm content yesterday. And I was like, yeah, I like the idea, but I'm not a fan of football. Even just going to a field to watch football is not one of the things I can do, my goodness. So I don't know. I'm not actually going to be very good in Malcolm content that somebody suggested, but thank you all the same for the suggestion. I appreciate. So today I've come here to do a reaction on our sister MWANGO. Why not? And it's because we just have to do this, you know. Some people ask why, but it's because they are part of the popular families on the streets. And by the way, when you are so dramatic, people will react towards you more than others. But anyway, I also wanted to react towards them on Facebook, but I'll get time to do that. She's one of the people I fancy watching and reacting towards, so I'll be doing that. So guys, welcome once more to Edutainment for Us. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share. Why not? And if you find room to react towards me, I'm so free. You can react towards me. Some people called us old, and I'm like, old is gold. You know, do you know that? Old is gold, and that's why we keep pouring wisdom on these streets every day. Yeah? The wisdom that some of you will not appreciate because you will be asking us for things that we cannot actually, some of us, hold onto. But anyway, it is what it is. So I watched these videos. Yesterday I was able to watch Pero on the streets. Pero, it's not just Pero. Not just Pero. Doing very well abroad, right? Is it abroad? Should we call that abroad? He's already abroad, right? Poland is already abroad. If I'm in Kenya, that is. So, he did this video where he dropped a video after 8 days, remember. He's getting a very good following because automatically, when you are behind MWANGO, what cannot happen? So, there is this video he did. And by the way, I should appreciate him for his methods of editing and working on his videos is just too standard. He's actually doing very well. Very well. So when I looked at this video, I saw it so encouraging in terms of how he's doing it. Currently, he has around 5,000 subscribers, which is not easy. Some of us are struggling, but we are almost there. Don't worry. It is the nature of connections. DeMWANGO always says, show me your network and I'll show you a net worth. So our net worth is still below. We don't dispute. But guys, our guy, our brother-in-law, why did he choose this? Maybe he knew that people reacted. Of course, when we react, we really react a lot. So our guy went to buy flowers for somebody. I don't know whether he bought thinking he's doing it for somebody like a mother, or did he do it because of what other people are saying? Guys, tell me. When I look at the faces, of course, they're almost like the faces of Poland. So I was like, what was this random act? What was this random act? Were you confirming something?
I can see the pyramid in front of me. Hey, my friend. I bought you flowers. That is a napkin and it's sugar. They don't speak English, nobody. As of yet. Damn, I like it here. Hello.
So guys, one thing that I'm focusing in this video is not even the fact of flowers. You get it? Valentine is around the corner and of course you have to flex. And I know Pero is a vibe on his own. But when he is with DeMWANGO, I wonder why he's such a quiet fella, not wanting to speak more. In fact, how many times have we heard DeMWANGO telling us that the husband is not an outspoken person, he does not speak a lot. But I was like, no, DeMWANGO, you are lying. This man, when he is alone, he doesn't feel like he's pressed. But when he's with you, because you are too much, you just speak too much, you just laugh too much, you just do everything too much, he pretends, or rather, he doesn't want to actually outsmart you. So most times he'll pretend like he doesn't speak too much, he doesn't have a lot to share. But this guy, when I watch him away from DeMWANGO, he's a different personality. Talk of dual personality. Yeah. Talk of dual personality. This guy has two personalities in one. I want you to compare when he's with the DeMWANGO lying on the chair and actually listening to what she's saying and just jumping in with one statement or two. And when she is alone and he is alone. He has done so many videos, by the way, and most of them have a lot of people watching. Talk of the stars. Because you are with the star, you have to shine, okay? Hey! Chatty. Guys, you know, this is something I heard another reactor talk about. I don't know whether it was OT or JT. When he is alone on the streets, he talks a lot. But when he is DeMWANGO alone, he pretends not to speak. Is it because it's a survival tactic? I don't know.
Warrior, good morning. It's actually 8:30 and that's me from the future. It's another day and we continue our hunt for the pyramid. It's gonna be my first time seeing the pyramid. Let's see how it goes. But before we do that, we're gonna have a breakfast and some nice coffee, hopefully. So yeah, follow me along. You know there's another one? Center? And center is like right there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we are kind of effed, guys. We gotta go to the center. I don't even know where the center is. Yeah, to get a SIM card because, okay, today is what, a Sunday? So perhaps everything is closed on a Sunday? I don't know. Let's see. It's a rainy day. Maybe there's another one. Let's see.
Alright guys, what did you just see? Pero is a very chitty-chatty person. So guys, why doesn't he want to appear in DeMWANGO's videos as chitty-chatty? Has our sister told the man to cool down in her videos? Or why exactly does he seem like that? He seems like he's freezing. He seems like he's lost it. He seems like he's a different person all the same until there's a day I said, what exactly is happening here? You know, there's a time DeMWANGO said she does not want to marry a content creator like herself. But now she's here enhancing this guy. And this guy is a fast learner. Fast learner, actually. We must celebrate him. He's a fast learner. He's speaking things very fast. And before we know it, He will be flying with a lot of subscribers, flying with a lot of views. Because when he does his content as Pero, you just see another different thing. His editing is coming up so fast, and he is talking a lot in his video. So there is nothing like he is, my husband doesn't speak a lot, my husband doesn't speak so much. He only seems to be frustrated in the presence of DeMwango. He cannot speak a lot because he's like, if I do speak, how will she feel? If I do show so much, what will she feel? You know, like he just restrains himself. But his personality is that of a chitty-chatty person, guys. So I looked at this video and I saw a different person all the same. Different, totally different. Yeah? He is a person who is speaking a lot, sticking out, interacting. And then I just asked myself, maybe some other people have already asked this. I didn't have time during the day. As I told you, I'm trying to do my book. There is a book I'm trying to write, and people are really demanding this book. So I need to be very keen at that. That's why I'm taking a moment to make sure that I step out of YouTube some hours. I also do I do write articles on News Opera Hub. I have published about 50 articles so far. So for you to do all that, I also post a lot on Facebook page because we have to hustle, guys. Life is not easy. Don't joke. Don't joke. That's why when you tell me to quit this, I will not quit, okay? I'll not quit because I know what I want. Guys, so let's keep moving with Pero. Pero started his video with these flowers, randomly giving flowers to an old lady. And that would be giving a very funny interpretation. Of course, you've seen people give random things to people, depending on the kind of content you do. Like we've seen people in Kenya who go randomly saving others, buying for them stuff, cheating that they don't have money, then whoever helps them, they give them some money. That is some sort of content. But then going about and then plucking natural flowers, then handing over. And remember, he said clearly in one of the videos, guys, if you remember, if any of you has watched, he said clearly in one of his videos to DeMwango, that day they were talking about 50-50. I don't want to go back to that video because I don't have power, guys. Hey, he said clearly flowers are nothing. You remember? He said flowers are nothing. And he said that on Valentine, you would rather buy something that is memorable, not flowers. You remember? I hope you do. So why the hell would he then pick in his video flowers and then give to a random old lady on the streets? We don't actually argue against old people. Of course, most of us are called old just because we are talking about DeMwango or Marwa. People call us old ladies comparing yourself to DeMwango. Old ladies gossiping. Old ladies. So we are used to that word. But when you look in the video, that lady was indeed old, right? An old person, almost the age of Pero's mother. Why did he do that? Did he do that in the sense that he was doing it? You know, I wish he could have spoken because this has really brought a lot of mix of emotions. And we are asking ourselves, was he confirming his statement in the video when DeMwango was saying she is older than him? You know, you remember that video when she was coming to clarify and Pero tried to cheat us that he is 3 years older than her. And sometimes actions speak better. But when he asked, you know, what are you eating? Unakula nini? Nini unakula hapo chini? Unakula embe? Na nini? Finish your assignment. So when actually the guy was asked by DeMwango, can you date an old person? He said, yeah, I would. So I'm looking at that. It's actually a very controversial video he did. That part of flowers, and it's Valentine. And remember his travel during Valentine time. By the way, when I saw DeMwango saying that we are going to travel soon, and his subscribers were so excited, they said, go ahead and travel. When I saw you typing travel, I was excited. By the way, I was among the people also watching, waiting to see the next destination she goes. But he always tells us, yeah, so where do you want me to go? I've gone all over the places. Now it's your turn. It's like now spitting in our faces. spitting in our faces so that we don't ask about traveling. Yet, by the way, traveling was the kind of content that was really making DeMWANGO very popular. It is what made her popular, of course. It is what brought a lot of subscribers her way. And it is what actually made her who she is. And people have just stayed around because now they're used to her. They want to now see as she keeps cooking, jumping, going around nowhere, talking about how they normally sing about farting and all that. They keep listening because now they are used to her. So she should be appreciating that traveling. And I thought, just as newlyweds, they should have traveled together to wherever he's going. And of course, he found himself in, was it Albania or which place? Yeah. But then, what is this? Was he flirting or something? Why did he have to offer these flowers in this way? I bought you flowers. I wish that part was longer. I just didn't have the ability to keep following the entire video. But one thing for sure, let's check here. One thing for sure, this guy is good in terms of editing and presenting the data. Let's get to this point. Maybe we'll get to understand more.
Here's the reality. Your college degree took 4 years and $100,000. AI.
Hey, my friend. How much? How much? 2? Okay, hey. Let me see. Let's see what I have. So he's selling these beautiful flowers. We need them, guys, don't we? It's okay? Okay? How much? 200? Okay. Let me see. Can you give me for 100? Please? I only have this. Can you give me like one? One of these? I don't have anything. That's Polish. Okay. That is all. It's okay? Yeah, give me just one. What's your name? What is your name? Yeah. What's your name? I'm Pero. Pero. And tú? Manuel? Okay, Manuel. Thank you, Manuel. We both ourselves some flowers. Thanks, man. Okay. Let's gift it to some Babushka. Local Albanian Babushka. Maybe she will like it. Okay, we see the first cute Babushka, we give her this. I don't know if she'll like it or no. They pass on red, so okay, we almost got killed by the friendly Scania. Okay, searching for the Babushka. Where is the Albanian Babushka?
So guys, let's face the reality. When he bought the flowers, he was quite exciting. You know, I like the fact that he bought from a boy who was randomly selling, and of course he really talked to him, even though the language was not very clear, you know? Yeah, so I think somebody is suggesting something here. Justin Case says, I love Pero. He seems to be very intelligent. His videos are entertaining and educational. He is not arrogant and laughing like an idiot. Okay. I don't want to comment so much, but it is indeed true. When we look at our sister, sometimes she goes about laughing so much and then ranting and abusing. That is why personally I don't find room to keep praising her. I don't find that room. Because in her videos she'll keep bragging, ranting, and actually proving wrong, you know, that aspect of proving wrong. So when I look at what we were being shown here, there are some sort of intelligence that we can see. Stop it. Stop it. What is this? The card. Okay. Get pass. Why should a school have a get pass? All right, so they are maintaining out there. Yeah, so it's true. I agree with what Justine, I'm not so sure. When you look at these videos, by the way, and he does them not daily, of course, but you look at the videos, even the entertainment part, the aspect of focus and all that. I think this act of flowers, as much as people will be asking maybe why he had to pluck and give, he knew that people will react to us with mixed emotions. And one thing that Pero once said, he once said on a video that he's quite excited about reactionists. He's quite welcoming. He's ready. He wants people to react towards his videos. So I think when he's doing his videos, he has that in mind. He already has that in mind that people are going to react. So he does something controversial just to make sure that people will come for that. And when you have reactors coming for your videos, by the way, they are just helping your brand to grow and you have more people watching. That's why I don't see the need to block people, to respond arrogantly to responses or go about, you know, hating whatever people are commenting, because you are an open book, like a published book. You will automatically have people will come with critique that is varied. Those who will show your strength, those who show your weakness, and all that is a mixture that is expected when you go to the public face. And everybody, I think, including politicians, preachers, and different people experience the same. So you look at what he's actually doing here. He's letting us know about Albania at the same time. He's letting us understand some things. So when you look at that Babushka thing, of course, everybody will be interested in who is Babushka in the first place, by the way. Anybody who knows what Babushka is? What is Babushka? I would want to know before I even comment more, you know? Because Pero came out to use the word Babushka, and that is something that is informative, you know? Grandmother, right? Grandmother. It has actually taught us something. You learn from it, you get to see a lesson. So when I look at what he did, he just did it interestingly, knowing that people are going to be watching and they'll be commenting differently. Maybe those who will focus on MWANGO will be saying he gave an old person flowers and all that. But on the other side, he was saying, I'll find a Babushka who is grandmother, right? So when I find Babushka with grandmother, I'll give the grandmother flowers. But now people are actually looking at the fact of days. It is 12. 12th is just some days away, which is Valentine's Day. And maybe he knew also people will react towards that, because there is a day he said that flowers are nothing. Instead of buying flowers, he said he would rather buy dogs. If you have been watching, I'm just following the consistency, especially from videos that he has done with MWANGO. So what exactly is the controversy? He knows how to make videos from controversy. He also knows that when he's alone, he can be chitty-chatty. And like when he is working together with MWANGO, he restricts himself a lot. Is it because he's avoiding, trying to avoid the arrogance, the laughing aspect that Justine is talking about, or what exactly? So he is a vibe on his own, if you look at it. Now on the other side, we saw Our Lady, after promising that she's going to stay, I think, for 3 or 4 days in the village. She found boredom finally, and thank God, she always says she has a good mother-in-law. And we saw her traveling to the townhouse, right? To the townhouse finally. And she still said, though she loves the countryside, at the same time, she said she loves this town. And I'm like, my sister, come out clean. Do you like the countryside or the town? Because in this video, she said she loves the countryside and town too. So let's look at this here.
But this is the shop. So where we live, it's their countryside right now. And yeah, may God's grace locate you this 2026. Okay. So from the title of the video, we left the village. So my husband actually traveled, as you all know, and now we just left. So my mother-in-law works, lives in town and all that. And she normally comes to say hello on the weekends and, you know, does life. Everybody loves their countryside. So where we live, it's their countryside right now. So she's supposed to go back to work. And she's like, you know what, Dee? Let's go. So come along with me. Let me carry you the entire day today. Have you subscribed? If you haven't, please feel so white as you all see. It looks like there's no life. But it is life, you know, it's just a season. Can you guys see that? All the fields look like that. So I would highly recommend the Teddy Blake handbag. I love how they love plants here. This looks so beautiful. I don't know what's the name of this plant. You guys can tell me. And this is my favorite at all times. Looks so good. I don't know what's the name of this plant. Flowers so much. Also, there's another one here. Another plant. Alright guys, so we just left the house. We're outside. So
Alright, so after sitting in for 1 day in the village, this boredom already, remember, and she didn't hide it. She had to testify because, of course, reactors will come out and say that's a bit boring, lonely, and all that. And of course, we saw the previous video where the exercises that were being conducted there, they were not quite clear, you know, like something you are doing it and you're saying you don't need an expert, when indeed in any exercising, as I said, before you conduct some of the exercises, you need expertise, kind of knowledge or advice. Or maybe just following a video where somebody is doing a focused kind of exercise. So after relocating to the townhouse, MWANGO tells us that she is not a kind of person who is used to watching television, but she's going to do it. She also tells us she doesn't wake up early, she sleeps late, and wakes, of course, around 10. And I don't know why she said it's shaming to share. If you have been sleeping late, of course, automatically you'll wake up late. So I don't see anything to shame you in that, because, of course, she's self-employed, right? Through YouTube, she's self-employed. She's not employed by anybody. And she clearly said she's not prospecting to be employed by anyone. So I didn't see why you should say it's shaming. It's not shaming, right? It's being you. Unless otherwise, it's being you. Unless maybe she's comparing herself to the mother-in-law, having been able to wake up early and drive and head to work. I don't see why she would be saying that. But at the same time, she expressed indeed that it has become so lonely in the countryside and they had to move to the town so that she's able to engage with other people. You know, indeed, living in a countryside alone can be extremely lonely when people are not there. But what actually surprised me in the entire thing is that behind the vehicle, somebody else, that is an in-law, brother-in-law, was indicating how he doesn't have anybody to talk to. All he's doing is he's going to be himself and his beer. And that surprised me because I was like, are you serious? You know, like we've seen MWANGO talking about alcohol a lot and cursing it and saying she's now into a family which doesn't practice. And this takes us back to the why Pero sometimes jumps onto wine so much and celebrates a lot when it arrives. What is this telling us? I'm not making a conclusion, but I'm just raising questions. Maybe somebody should be sharing the similar views here as we go by. T, harakisha ufanye ndo uoge. Ama unafanya assignment ndio uoge? Yeah? Okay. Remember, though afanye ama stima itarudi.
Oh, let's run some errands. Let's do some 1, 2, 3. So the thing is, I just want to get a few things. So my husband told me he got plans for me for Valentine's. We'll be headed somewhere. I don't know the somewhere, but he told me he already did the reservation. So this time that he's not here is even the best time for me to see what I can shop, the look of the day and all that. So yeah, I don't know if it will be lunch or dinner or, you know, I just don't know because he said it has to be a surprise. But yeah, let's see what I can get.
All right, guys. Remembering what the subscribers shared with her, they told her that some things need to be kept in private. But our sister can't just do that. She has to bring out all these shenanigans to the streets and people pick them up, use them for whatever purposes. Because why would she be sharing this? Is it because some people have already commented telling her that it's Valentine and Pero has traveled to Albania? Or what exactly is she trying to say? Because she would have left that to be a surprise again to the content creators, but she has already spilled the beans indicating she'll be going out, but she doesn't know what. So she went for shopping, tasted several clothes. One of the situations where a pair of socks had to be cut, and then she was struggling to find shoes, a dress, and all that. I don't know what you think about this, but I found it's a bit absurd in some situations, that is. So when we get to somewhere, was it minute 24 or 23?
Good to know. You know, like for this day, yeah, you can do 1, 2, 3. So let me know if you have Valentine plans, but as much as I'm concerned, we got plans. My husband did some reservation somewhere, I don't know where. I can't wait to see what he has in store. I know he knows my taste, he knows the things that I love, so I can just wait to see. So let's see what I'll get for that day. And also I want to surprise him with a look, you know. Some days I have to shop and he's there with me, so there's nothing as a surprise. So let's see what we will do best.
Oh my God. So, of course, she comes out here and tells us she wants also to surprise in how she will look. But then, remember this is a video. Pero will automatically watch. She's testing a lot of clothes and she picked one at the end of the day with shoes and all that. So will that be a surprise again? It is no longer a surprise because a surprise is supposed to be something someone will not know. But then, it's known already by all the audience, and also Pero himself has to watch. Let's see this.
It's a much of love, and I'm happy. I will celebrate it as
T.
a
What?
wife. It's a good thing. Love is a beautiful thing. Yeah, let's do
Ama
it.
imerudi.
Yeah, I love you. So very happy. I'm very happy about that. My brother-in-law says he has no plans. You have
Kama
nobody?
inakuja unawasha huko. Please.
You have nobody? So you stay home and have a beer, right?
Yes.
No plans, baby, stay home and have a beer on Valentine's.
Huwezi saidika mara ya kwanza, you have
No
to take
plans.
several.
What about you guys? Do you have plans?
Mara moja
or
tu
no
utajua
plans?
kweli.
My Valentine is good.
Your Valentine. It's so funny. He said your Valentine is His Valentine's is beer. Crazy and fun.
You can't boil the whole of it. Iwekwe tu, tutaweka kwa store. Alright guys, so here our sister comes out and is laughing hysterically at this. But I don't think it's right, because one thing about if people are maybe lonely and they are taking to alcohol, that's a very traumatizing situation. Maybe they are depressed, maybe they are uncomfortable, maybe they are psychologically hurt, maybe there is something that is actually hurting them. And if they are into that so much, it becomes even a disease. That's generally what people know currently. So how would you laugh at such a thing when somebody is saying that they don't have Valentine plans, they don't have money, all that they're planning is to take beer on that day. Their Valentine will be beer. And you are there laughing a lot, and like you are saying it's funny. Is that funny or absurd? Because there is a difference between something being funny and another thing being absurd. And also something that needs intervention, because if Nyabohanse village in general has been affected a lot by alcohol, let's say local brews and all sorts of alcohol, how would you then say it's funny for somebody to say they'll be sitting taking their alcohol on such a day? That means it's already telling us there is a problem. So you wouldn't have to laugh at that, and especially so now that she's being driven by the mother-in-law and they're in the same vehicle. At the back is the brother-in-law. She already introduced him to us while starting the video. So I was like, why exactly are you laughing? Are you laughing because of that aspect of loneliness? Or are you laughing because of the beer? Or what is becoming funny in the entire statement? I don't understand. But anyway, you guys can drop comments and help us understand. Maybe if I just am doing an overthinking or whatever, you let me know as we head to the... We are almost coming to an end of our reaction. We've already taken a lot of time, so we'll be coming to an end of it sooner or later. So I looked at that and I was like, why exactly are you laughing? Of course, you have reservations made, as you're telling us. You're going to shop for the clothes. He says he doesn't have anything. And he is helping her to go pick a decent clothes. That's what I saw later in the video as she was doing the shoppings, okay? So why would you laugh at
Who else
this?
their Valentine's is beer? So funny. You know? Wow. Thank God. If you have plans, let me know. But you need to find somebody else. But it's not good to be alone. Yeah, but take your time, no pressure. You know, take your time, no hurry still, you know. And the good thing for men, you could find somebody even when you are very old. Like 60, 70. No? Yeah, for sure it's not a good thing to wait that long. But you're still young. So, yeah. Yes, guys. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so that was laughter that was hollow. For me, that's what I feel. Yeah, on my part, I feel it was a hollow laughter, because it was not actually, even the comments that came after, the fact that it's saying you can even marry at 60. What? Why not you? Why not you? Why not Pero? Why are you suggesting that Albert, your brother-in-law, can wait until 60? You know? Like, that's not humor at all. For me, I found absurdity in it. We've dealt with theatrical absurdity and comedy, and they are two different things. While some people sometimes think that some statements can be funny, they can be actually hurtful and not very positive. Anyway, because at that point you should be discouraging this person from that and finding an option. But then you are kind of encouraging and saying it's funny and laughing and looking at the mother-in-law. What about if she understands English? Does she like it? I don't know. So the shopping went on, of course, with the Albert himself trying to say, that is okay, that's not. That's okay, that's not.
A light dress.
For Valentine.
Please, that one, no. That one is, no. For Babushka. Okay. The color, green, but my size is not there. piękne color, tak? Oh,
Beautiful.
destroyer. Yeah, bardzo ładny. Are you recording?
Yes.
Okay. I love this one, guys. What do you think?
This is 38. This is medium.
Yeah, this is 38. Yeah, I think it. Jordan? Yeah. This is even more bigger. Yeah. Guys, this was my wedding dress. So this one looks nice, but it's big. You can
This one is this one.
Yeah, but when I wear the outfit, it will not have these under it. Okay?
This one?
Yeah, you don't have. But this dress is also beautiful.
Yeah.
But red, for sure, this is elegant for Valentine's.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, now it's time for me to decide. I'll see you.
Too
Oh
small.
my God. Too small.
Tu będzie dobrze, ale tu nie będzie.
I want to get them a present. I want to get 2 of them. I think I love the design. Guys, what do you think? But I think this is a very good patch. Taurus! The sun is out. It feels so good. Oh my God. It's so
All right, we won't take a lot of time because, as I've said, we have a blackout currently until later maybe. So as the video ended, she had already picked that dress and she was saying she's going to surprise, and I was like, the surprise on camera is no longer a surprise. But anyway, it is what it is. So guys, bye bye. Let's meet again in another video once power is back.